Well, hello folks. If you're wondering why I have this grin on my face, it's because my channel has finally reached 1,000 subscribers. And of course, for that, I have to thank all those people who have subscribed and all those people who have taken the time to watch my videos. I'm very, very grateful for that. In fact, very humbled by it. Okay. But, of course, it would be nice if you kept coming back and watching these videos, and if you do, I will make more of them. Okay, now, what do I plan to do for this 1,000 occasion? 1,000 subs occasion? Well, I thought I might do a little celebration, and that is by producing perhaps a hangout by myself or with someone else's help, in which we go through the flat earth phenomenon. And that might involve a few roasts. We'll see. Well, let's hope that doesn't result in making any enemies, and worse still, doesn't result in going backwards in my subscriber list. Okay, so what are we here for? We're going to have a look at the phenomenon of 5G. Yep, that's a biggie. Yeah, that's the one that's spoken of quite a lot in the flat earth community. It's one of those conspiracy theories. Okay, let's have a look and see if what they say about it is warranted. So I guess the most important thing they say is that 5G is created by the government to control your mind, if you like, and do you harm, and perhaps even make you sick. Well, let's see if that's true. Okay, so have a look up here. That's the electromagnetic spectrum. Now, we've had a look at that before a few times. And the last time was in my last video, when we had a look to see if light was going to behave like a wave, because there's some idiots from Nathan Oakley's channel, including him, and of course the big boss, Queen QE, are asserting that light is not a wave. So I think I put that stupidity to rest in my last video. Have a look if you've missed it. Okay, so what do we have over here in this continuum? We've got, at this end, we've got radio, you know, good old radio, FM, AM radio, TV, all of that sort of stuff, okay, and radar, all of that. Okay, that all exists in that part of the magnetic spectrum, okay? And then, just on the edge of microwave, we have 5G. But just before that, 4G. Well, you know, you've had that for a while, haven't you? 4G. And the world didn't come to an end, did it? Although, there were lots of people at the time that 4G was being implemented who were claiming the world would come to an end. And that everybody's mind would be controlled. And not only that, there'd be lots of people who get sick. Well, that didn't happen, did it? And I bet you're happily using your 4G LTE phone right now. Okay. After that we have microwave in the micrometer sort of range. Then we have infrared and visible light. Good old visible light. You know, that's the stuff that allows us to see, us animals. We can see things because of these photons, visible light. Now, let's see how energetic are they compared to 5G. Well, 5G, it's around about 30 to 300 gigahertz. And what have we got here? We've got 4.5 to 7 by 10 to the minus 7 meters, or 450 to 700 nanometers. So this is nanometers compared to millimeter. There's a vast difference between a millimeter and a nanometer. Okay? Think about a millimeter. You've seen a millimeter on a ruler, right? Well, cut that into 1,000 pieces. And that becomes a micrometer. Cut that into another 1,000. That becomes a nanometer. Now, the thing about this electromagnetic spectrum, the smaller those wavelengths, the more energy there is. Higher frequency, more energy. We'll come to that. Okay, so have a look up here. What's a photon? Well, you could describe a photon as a packet of energy. In fact, we can quantify it. E equals hf. H meaning Planck's constant. And what's Planck's constant? You're going to love this. 666 by 10 to the minus 32. Actually, people generally know this as 6.66 by 10 to the minus 34. But, you know, it's the same thing, isn't it, eh? Just the 666. That sounds like a better number. Okay. All right. So, let's have a look at the energy of visible light compared to the energy of 5G. Okay, so, well, you know something? I've picked purple to look at. Yeah, purple. That's because lots of clergy wear purple, don't they? Yeah? Okay. I wonder if there's any significance for that. Well, purple is between 3.8 by 10 to the minus 7 meters and 4.5 by 10 to the minus 7 meters. And if you transfer that into hertz, into frequency, you get between 790 and 666 and 790. Yes, 666. That number again. Okay. So, here we have Planck's constant. 666 by 10 to the minus 32 joules. Multiply that by 666 by 10 to the 12 hertz, which is purple, and you get 4.4 by 10 to the minus 15 joules. Not Jesuits, joules. Okay, let's have a look at 5G. So that was purple, 4.4 by 10 to the minus 15 joules. Well, purple, 666, that number again, by 10 to the minus 32, by 3 by 10 to the minus 11, which is the frequency for 5G. And what do we get? 1.98 by 10 to the minus 18 joules. Look at that. So, the energy from here, from purple, is 2,000 times more than the energy from 5G. Well, if you want a conspiracy theory, it's right there. No wonder those clergy people wear purple. Surely that's got something to do with it. You know, maybe even those Freemasons. Bet they wear purple. Because of that 666 number, right? I better be careful. I might start another conspiracy theory going here. Okay, alright, so I've just got one thing to say to you. If you are scared of 5G, you better be bloody shit scared of purple. Don't wear purple. Okay, now that you've learnt a little about the energy coming from 5G compared to the energy, for instance, we find with the colour purple, let's have a look at why we'd want this 5G anyway. All right, look over here. First of all, why 5G? Fast data transfer. If you have the software, you can get 2 bits for each cycle. 90% less energy. That means 90% less energy near your head. That means more battery life for you. Well, that's got to be a good thing, right? 10 times more download speeds than 4G LTE. So if you already like 4G LTE, you're going to love 5G for the download speeds, that is. 1 million connections per square mile compared to 100. 1 million connections, simultaneous connections per square mile. That means no worries about dropping out. No worries about not being able to make a connection. The downside is they'll have a lot more towers closer together, that is. But the upside is the benefit for all of us. Data volumes, 10 gigabytes instead of 1/100th of a gigabyte. A significant difference. And finally, no evidence of any health risk. And the reason is, as I've explained already, it's the energy. If there's any health risk, it's got to do with energy. And as we can see, if you just compare light, normal visible light, with 5G, you can see that the normal visible light, like here with the color purple, is 2,000 times more energetic than the 5G. So like I said before, if you're scared of 5G, then please stop wearing purple. Alright, well, if you enjoyed that video, please subscribe. Get that, maybe we can aim for 2,000. You never know. Okay, get some purple people there. Alright, so press subscribe, press the like and the dislike button, whatever floats your boat. Okay, and I'll see you for the next one where we could have a bit of fun. Okay, cheers.